Nothing much. Tired. Ready for
Tired?
Friday.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that long week, right?
Ugh. We got storms today. I thought I was gonna lose power, but they ain't
Mm.
really do too much. So
Well, that's good. That's
just
good.
ready for it to be over.
Oh, you already know how that goes. You already know. You already know. Well, it was 81 degrees down here today.
Don't nobody care.
That, don't hate. Don't hate.
Nobody care.
don't hate. Don't hate. Don't hate. I mean, it was just a cool 81 down here. You know what I mean? But what's temp up there?
I think it was like 70. So it ain't cold, but it's raining.
Oh, okay. Oh yeah. April showers, May flowers.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good news is, and I haven't told really hardly anyone, I guess I'll say it now. I'll be up there next month.
Oh, that's cool.
My niece is graduating from Wayne State
Oh, that's real
next
good.
month. Yeah, so I'll be up
Congratulations
there.
to her.
Yes, absolutely. I'm so proud. I'm so proud of her. So
Mhm.
I'll be up there next month. I'm only gonna be up there for 3 days.
That's all you need.
Yeah, that I don't want to be up there. I don't want to be up there no longer than I got to be. Shoot, I see Flint. I'm like, Pew, get me
Yeah.
out of here. Get me out of here. But yeah, but I'll be there. I'll be there. I'm gonna try to visit as many people as I can and get it
Mhm.
out the way. And then I'm gonna be up there next year because my nephew graduates from high school next year. So I'll be up there next year too. I don't want to see Flint that much.
I
I
don't blame
really don't.
you.
I don't. But we got a lot of work to do
Oh,
today. We got a lot to talk about. Boy, oh boy. It's no shortage of news today, is it? It's a lot to get into.
hmm
It's episode 91, y'all. The Y'all Have No Idea podcast. Your boy Big Sky is here.
and I am Sean.
Welcome to the show. Welcome, everyone. You will be seeing this very soon. I
Yeah.
am live streaming on YouTube as of right now, but we'll push it out to the feed soon. So we're going to get it all out the way. Now. Again, we got a lot to talk about, man. We got indictments. We
Oh,
got people. We got people in
the
office.
president.
Yeah. Got a lot of White House talk today. I mean, some good, some bad, some very ugly.
Mm.
Let's get the ugly out the way first. Well, ugly part one. All right. I think everybody in this world knows who Donald Trump is, don't we all?
Unfortunately.
El Capi, former El Capitan, Orange Man, Orange Icicle, whatever you want to call him.
Mhm.
Just yesterday, Mr. Donald Trump, the 45th president of this country, turned himself in. Why did he turn himself in?
Cause he
For
a
the
thug.
Yeah, because he's a thug. He's a thug and a thief. 34 different counts.
Mm.
34 counts. One of the main reasons why, and this is according to the USA Today, in an indictment unsealed on Tuesday, Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. Oh, Mr. Alvin Bragg couldn't wait. As soon as he got the opportunity to get his hands on Trump, he couldn't wait.
What? Do you
Charged.
blame him?
No, I can't blame him. I can't blame him. Charged Trump with 34 felony counts for falsifying New York business records through a catch and kill scheme designed to conceal damaging information and unlawful activity before the 2016 election. Oh, that's it? You're talking about all the stuff before the election?
Mm.
What about all the stuff during the
And it wouldn't have
election?
mattered. That's what's crazy about it. He did all of that for nothing because his base wouldn't have cared about none of that stuff. They probably would have celebrated him for it.
Exactly. Trump appearing before Judge Juan Merchant pleaded not guilty to each of the counts. Of course he did, because he's Donald Trump. The crux of the case centers on $130,000 in hush money payments that Trump's then fixer Michael Cohen.
Ain't he in jail?
Okay, before I get to that, I want to let y'all know something. Okay, him being arrested is the most Donald Trump reason to be arrested in America. It's the most Donald Trump reason.
hmm
Because I'm about to read this next sentence. And this is a microcosm of America in a nutshell. Let me just read this part. It's America. That Trump's then fixer Michael Cohen made to adult film star Stormy Daniels. Prosecutors who also outlined a $30,000 payment to a former Trump Tower doorman who claimed to have a story about a child Trump had out of wedlock, end quote. Childish
So we got
Gambino.
another baby mama. This makes Ivanka,
Mm-hmm.
uh, Tiffany mama. What's her name?
I can't remember that lady's name.
Um, Why I can't think of that lady name?
I can't remember her
I
name.
can see her face.
I know, but of
Okay, well,
course
Tiffany mama
and we got it. We got Melania.
and Melania. So this gonna make his fourth baby mama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do y'all remember January 6,
That's
2021?
gonna bug me. I can't think of that lady's name though.
Yeah. You'll find it. You'll find it later on in the podcast. Watch. Y'all remember January 26, 2021? We do, because we did a whole podcast about it. And not only that, the whole world watched. Think about this, y'all, while we're reading this. Donald Trump did not get arrested for his part in the insurrection.
Why would he?
Why would he? Donald Trump did not get arrested because he encouraged a bunch of idiots to storm the US Capitol in protest over an election that he knew that he lost.
He still talking about it was stolen.
Exactly. To this day. Deontay Wilder voice, to this day. He didn't get arrested for telling the same idiots that, hey, I am going to be on the US Capitol with you, knowing his ass was never going to be on that US Capitol. No. You want to know why he got arrested? Because he couldn't keep his dick in his pants.
Ugh.
You can't make this stuff up. This is why he's going to jail?
You know he ain't going to jail.
No, he's not going to jail. Anybody with a brain knows Donald Trump is not going to jail. He's not going to see a day in jail. Hell, he might not even see a day in court. They needed to show
us his mugshot, and they needed to show us him getting fingerprinted, though. We needed to see that. They shouldn't have denied us that pleasure.
Let me tell you something. I'm so petty because I so would get a t-shirt immediately. Please. Let me get my hands on a mugshot picture of Donald Trump.
That will be everybody's profile pic. It just will be everywhere.
Oh, people would not like me. Especially if you a supporter. Oh, you will hate my guts because I'm rubbing it in. I'm so rubbing it in. So when you heard this news, what did you think about all of this? It's
I was
ongoing,
surprised that it actually even got this far. I didn't think that they would even ever do this. I mean, obviously he's not going to jail. I just get gratification that he's now had to be fingerprinted. So by his standards, that makes him a terrible person.
Right.
Because when people get arrested, when they was talking about the exonerated father, he wanted them people dead, basically.
That's a true story. Yeah. Think about this, y'all. He is the first president of the United States to ever be arrested.
No, I just seen something. I don't know who I was watching, but they said that he wasn't the first president. It was
really?
Ulysses. I think it was Grant or somebody who had got arrested for speeding, I want to say. Or something trivial like that. I didn't have to look it up. But yeah, he's the second one.
But
it was one of them. But I want to say it was for speeding.
Was it for criminal charges though?
Or something like that.
Yeah, but was it for criminal charges?
I think in their time it was considered so without looking it up.
Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up there because the reports that I was seeing is they said he was the first president to ever be arrested under criminal charges. So,
well, maybe that could be it then.
Yeah, I mean, either way it go, it's still. I mean, goddamn, like, geez, I mean, and it's almost like, where do we go from here? Because you know how this is gonna play out. He's a former president. You know the people aren't gonna want this, to go down in American history. You know people are gonna rebel. You got
it's done. What can they do? It's already in the books.
Exactly. There's nothing you can do. I mean, but we'll see how this is gonna play out. I just think it's funny.
I thought he said so he would still be able to run again after this. You can be like
No, I think they said no, I think they said he can't run. Now that he got arrested under criminal charges, I think they said he can't run now.
Oh, well, good then.
At least that's what I was. At least that's what I heard. Now I don't know how true that is.
Well, I hope it's true because I'm tired of him.
For the love of God, please let that be true. Please. Can you imagine 4 more years with this dude in office? Are you kidding me?
No, I cannot. I can't believe we made it through the 4 that we had to do.
Right. There's okay, but it's one thing I will say. It is so funny. Me and Adria was just a couple days ago. We talked about this before too. I ain't gonna lie. As much of a awful trash human being Donald Trump was, you can't tell me you didn't laugh at some of the moments when he was
the
president.
nigga's a key. He is good for a key. The only thing about it is it's like he's so dangerous and it's so many implications on people's lives that make it not funny. But oh, he's hilarious. And the memes, that's why I send the memes because
man,
he is comedy.
let me tell you, I don't know what president it was over there in Africa. I don't know if it was if it was Morocco's prime minister, and it was he was asleep. I want to make this. I don't know if it was him. No. It was I think it was the president of Morocco. I could be wrong, or the prime minister. I could be wrong. They showed Donald Trump's face, seeing him sleep, and when I tell you. And so I'm gonna see you this link. When I tell you, I bust out laughing.
I know he made the most ignorant, disgusted face. You know he did because he black, so he was disgusted.
Man, I about passed out from complete laughter. I said, "This nigga right here, bro." It's just I still think the why don't you go ask China soundbite is the funniest soundbite in the history.
Why he say it like that? China.
Yeah. To an Asian reporter.
Say kung flu. That's
hilarious. Yes, he is a horrible human being, but his sound bites is president freaking hilarious. Like I can't even lie. All right, let's stick to White House news. All right, so this is going to kind of coincide with White House news, but let's get the story out the way first. Okay, now, Sean, this March Madness tournament was fantastic on both fronts,
the women,
especially for the women. Now, I did watch the men's, but the women's was where it was at. Now, now every year I do my bracket, my NCAA men's tournament bracket. The first day I was done. It was a wrap. It was a wrap early for me. Arizona got knocked out. Purdue got knocked out, and it was lights out for your boy. Because I had Arizona winning the whole thing anyway, and I was just like, the minute they lost, I was like, oh, this is over. And then on the women's side, I didn't do their bracket, but anytime I see South Carolina in the tournament, I always pick South Carolina.
Is that Dawn Staley team?
Yes, yes. She is one of my favorite coaches, not just in women's college basketball, in sports, period. I love this woman. We'll get to her in a minute. Now, well, actually, let's just go into it right now. So before we even get to Iowa versus LSU, Iowa, who was led by Caitlin Clark, they beat South Carolina. South Carolina was undefeated at the time, and Caitlin Clark was just, oh my gosh, she was killing South Carolina. To the point, I'm at work. Now, I watched all of these games, so I'm sitting here at work. I'm like, so no one is going to put a hand in this woman's face. She is shooting from 30 deep, and she is killing y'all. And, and what happened was, what all started this whole thing wasn't even before she played South Carolina. It was when she played Louisville. So Caitlin Clark, when they was playing the University of Louisville, was, first of all, Louisville was getting blown out. Caitlin Clark had a 40-point triple-double. She was murdering them. And in that game, she did the John Cena face. Well, okay.
Now, is it John Cena or is it the Tony Yayo? Oh,
I was going to say that. It's the John Cena Tony Yayo. That's we all know, if for us who's hip hop fans, we know that Tony Yayo did it first, and John Cena, even acknowledged on Jim. So we get to the end of the South Carolina game, and Dawn Staley was, she did her, press conference, her post-game press conference. And she talked about some things that were going to be foreseen, possibly. and we didn't know exactly what she was referring. Well, we knew, but no one in mainstream media knew exactly what she was referring to. So it was like, oh, okay, all right, coach. You know what I'm saying? And everything she said was dead accurate because it turned out to be more accurate than we thought it was going to be. Let's get to the LSU Iowa game. Okay, I ain't going to read y'all the final score before I even get to the story. The final score was 102-85. Ladies and gentlemen, this game was not even close. Now they kind of closed within 5 points in the third quarter. Iowa did. It didn't matter. It didn't matter. LSU blew them off the court. Now, yes, Caitlin Clark balled. She still balled. She had in 35 minutes, she had 30 points, 8 assists, and 2 rebounds. Girl bad. The girl. We know Caitlin Clark can ball. Angel Reese, who, by the way, was the 2023 most outstanding player in the NCAA women's tournaments.
You wouldn't know it.
You wouldn't know it. You wouldn't know it because the people just act like she just popped up out of nowhere. No, Angel Reese has been balling. Okay. She had 15 and 10. Alexis Morris, who are also like a lot, she had 21, 9 and 2. So people was balling. Jasmine Carson had 22, 1 and 3. So it was a group effort. It wasn't just Angel Reese, it was the entire team. They played great team basketball. That ain't what we're here to talk about, really. As the game was getting ready to come to a close, Angel Reese gave Caitlin Clark a receipt. You can't see me face. Right to her. She didn't hide it. We all saw it. I loved it. I loved it. It was great. There was some people who didn't love it. Some very prominent people. Say that. I'm going to talk about 2 people in particular. Now, I don't know how to pronounce this gentleman's last name, but you know who I'm talking about. It is the owner of Barstool Sports. What is his name? Dave.
Somebody.
Yes, Dave Pollroy. I'm butchering that man. Who cares about him anyway? Piece of garbage. He's a known racist and he's a piece of garbage.
Is it Portnoy?
Portnoy. Yes, that is him. You want to know why I'm bringing him up? Because he was
there.
Has
some Twitter fingers.
Oh, did he? Did he have some Twitter fingers? So he not only did he initially tweet out about how classless Angel Reese was, he had an interview where he doubled down on his stance about Angel Reese doing that in her face. So here's what got me. In the midst of his rants, I don't know if you've seen Wallow and Gillies. Yeah, on
straddling the fence video.
Oh yeah. It was more Gilly for me than it was Wallow because Gilly just said
saying nothing.
Yeah, because he didn't want to mess up his relationship with his boss. So I sat there and I said, And I listened to $1 million worth of game all the time. I lost a lot of respect for that, for them after that. Because I love me some Wallow. Wallow's my guy. But I lost a lot of respect for both of those guys after. Because I'm like, dog, like you can say he was wrong. You really can. I know that's your boss, but I tell my bosses all the time when they're wrong.
If you're a real friend or if it's a real partnership like you say it is, then you should be able to tell the person,
absolutely,
hey, that was fucked up.
Yeah. Sure should have.
Time you scared to say something as if it ain't as 50-50 as you claiming it to be.
Right. Exactly. So I was very disappointed when I seen that. And then there was Keith Olbermann.
A fucking idiot.
That's what he said. Isn't that what he said, Sean?
Yeah, literally, verbatim. And I quote.
Exactly. End quote. I said, oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Mr. White Liberal himself.
It was the double back for me. It was the try to clean up after he got killed for me, and it was still out of pocket.
Okay, so let's talk about this. Okay. First of all, shout out to Samuel L. Jackson for saying that he had little penis energy, which I thought was which I thought was hilarious. You know you'll piss Samuel L. Jackson off when he just got to come out and get you. So for those who don't know who Keith Olbermann is he on MSNBC now? Or CNBC? He's on one of those. Whatever.
You know I don't know.
Okay. What got me with Keith Olbermann is him saying, well, I don't really follow or know that much about basketball nowadays. Keith Olbermann, sir, you were an ESPN anchor for over a decade, sir. You want to know when I started watching SportsCenter? That was when Keith Olbermann was on SportsCenter.
You don't know people trash talking sports? You ain't never watched men play basketball and watch them. You ain't never watched you ain't never watched Larry Bird and talk shit to everybody.
Speaking of Larry Bird, I tweeted this too, and I gave like a list of white athletes that were like really big trash talkers. Guess who they said is the greatest trash talker in NBA history? Thank you. Thank you. Now, I will admit.
They couldn't do nothing because that white boy was giving them.
I'm about to say that. You see this team right here? They hated Larry Bird. Hated Larry Bird. So much so that, remember Isaiah Thomas got all that flack for walking off the court?
Yeah, he was salty that day.
Yeah, he was salty that day.
Wasn't that the game that he like hurt his knee and he like miraculously? Oh yeah.
Yeah, yep. That was it. That was it.
That was a bad.
That was a bad look. And listen, I am a Pistons fan through and through. But even I had to admit, Larry Bird was a bad. You know how Stephen A. Smith called Aaron Rodgers a bad man? Nah, bro. Larry Bird was a bad man. It's a reason why he is defined with a certain era in basketball. Because you had the Mikan era, which is way, way back when NBA first started. Then you had the Will Chamberlain, Bill Russell era. Then you had the trash 70s era, which my dad would always say was the worst era of basketball ever. Then you had the Magic and Bird era. Then you had the Jordan era. Then you had the Iverson era and Shaq and all of them. Larry Bird was a killer. Okay?
For real.
But he was a big time trash talker.
I mean, when you can back it up, you can do that.
Exactly.
What are they gonna do?
Exactly. And he's white.
Yeah.
He's from Indiana, ladies and gentlemen. Want to know who else was a big trash talker? Martina Navratilova. Martina Navratilova is considered one. If she's not considered one of the greatest tennis players of all time, she's considered the greatest tennis player of all time. Her and Chris Evert used to kill each other back in the 80s. And I know because my mom was a big tennis fan back in the day. So she would tell me, oh, Martina was no joke. And she was white. And she talked a lot of trash. Speaking of tennis, you want to know who else talked a lot of trash? Andre Agassi.
Oh, yeah. Still.
He used to get no, can't play. He used to get washed by Pete Sampras.
And John, what's his name? John McEnroe?
Yeah, John McEnroe. Trash talk. That's all them white boys did. They're white. And guess what? It was okay. But because
when Caleb was doing it.
Thank you. Remember I told you the beginning of the Finesse 2 times record. It's cool when they do it, but it's a problem when I do it. Fuck them.
When I tell you I had to Google that man and I went down a rabbit hole, why I seen somebody say he looked young and old at the same time.
Yes.
And they are not lying.
They're not lying. They're not lying. He is literally stuck in the time machine in between the past and the future. Like it's literally he's a strange looking individual, but whatever. But so many people had a problem with this young lady doing what she did, and I'm just like, y'all niggas.
It was
like
the goalpost moving for me. It was like when she was doing it, nobody had nothing to say. Right. Now y'all salty because a black girl did it back to her, and y'all don't like the fact that it's a black. Because if honestly, truly, if it was another white girl doing it to her, nothing. It's the fact that she lost to a black team, and that it was a black girl doing it to her, and how dare she, in her blackness, think that she could do that to this white woman? But it was she did it, but it was the way she did it because she walked up. It's like, where I'm supposed to do it at when she 50 miles away? I want you to see me. That's the point.
Right. Exactly.
I'm not doing this for you not to see it. I want you to see me talk shit to you. I want you to see the taunting. That is the purpose of it.
Right. And again, it's two different Americas.
Mm-hmm.
Because when Tom Brady is passionate about football
Yeah.
or yelling and screaming at
That nigga
people,
throw a tablet in a minute.
man, what? You talk about temper tantrums. Look, no one in the history of sports, or at least in the game
Mm-hmm.
of football, I've ever seen throw more tantrums than Tom Brady, and that was my guy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was my guy. But he would throw a tantrum in a heartbeat, and he would get in players' faces, and he would tell DBs, "Yes, I'm going to throw your way, and there's nothing you can do about it."
Mm-hmm.
That's not competition. That's not competitive.
I mean, but that's the purpose, though.
Yes, it's
The
sports.
issue is not the trash talk. The issue is the person who talked the trash and to whom they talked it to. That's
Right,
the issue. Only.
right. And I just could not. But I'm like, we really making a big deal out of this?
Well,
Really?
we didn't.
Well, we did. You know we did. Like, listen. I play sports. Okay, I play little league baseball, and I ran track.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell people all the time, I am going to smoke you in track. Now, growing up, I wasn't the best basketball player. I could play some football, but I was too small back in the day. So I did two things. I played baseball and I ran track. I was good at both, and I wish I would have continued on. But
Mm.
on any field, whether it's baseball, whether it's track, whether it's basketball, whether it's football, you talk trash. Look, okay, we got a podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna say something that I usually don't say on this podcast. I feel like our podcast is fucking up a lot of other people's podcasts.
I agree.
Is is that me not be? Is that me being competitive? Yes, yes. But that's what you do when you're a competitive person. You talk trash, and it's
Mm-hmm.
okay. Like, it's nothing wrong as long as it's not egregious. As long
Mm-hmm.
as you're not disrespecting. Like I'll give you the perfect example. Okay,
I mean, but
um,
sometimes it is disrespectful because Mello was gonna kill KG.
I was gonna bring up KG. I'm glad you brought KG up. Two things about KG. Number one, I didn't like what he did with Melo because if I was Melo, I would have beat the hell out of KG that night. KG could have got these hands, okay? But it was KG talking about Charlie Villanueva that I did not like. I didn't like that because anybody that knows Charlie Villanueva, he has a condition. I can't think of what the condition was that he had. It was a good ball player. But KG said something to him out of pocket, and Charlie Villanueva wanted to fight him. Which, again, as long as it's not disrespectful, like, I don't have a problem with it. Like, if I'm a fan and I'm like, and Jordan Poole is at the free throw line, you think I'm not going to yell? That's why
Mm-hmm.
you got snuffed by Draymond. You think I'm not going to
Oh,
yell that?
on his team though, and still got to work with him.
Yeah, it is what it is.
I
So
don't know how you do that. I couldn't. My spirit wouldn't settle. Like because every time you're around me, I
mm,
feel like it ain't finished. That
and,
just
and, it, and it's Draymond.
mm-mm.
And it's Draymond. You know Draymond got a big old mouth.
Ugh.
So
I don't know. And it's never closed. He can't ever close them.
I told y'all he's like DJ off of Street Fighter. I told y'all.
Just mouth breathing. Just ugh.
Leave, come on, man. Leave Saginaw alone. Leave him alone. Let him have it. Speaking of Angel Reese, and we're going back to the White House now.
Mm.
I hate to do this. No, I don't. I don't hate to do this. I don't. I really don't. First Lady Jill Biden.
Mm-hmm.
In the midst of all of this hoopla that was going on with Angel Reese, thought it would be a terrific idea
Mm.
to not only invite the champions,
Mm-hmm.
the LSU Tigers, to the White House, because everybody that wins a title or
Mm-hmm.
championship is invited to the White House. But you also invited the losers,
Yeah.
the Iowa Hawkeyes, to the White House. Huh? Huh? Really?
Mhm.
Black Twitter tore this woman apart.
Look
It
here,
was
Jilly from Philly had a long night. Okay,
ooh wee, and we are not talking about that
if
Jilly for
you
Philly.
Joe Biden, you already got a lot of shit going on, and your wife enormous amount of unnecessary calamity to what you
Yeah,
got going on.
yeah.
What was that conversation like?
Ooh wee. Ooh wee. I don't even want to imagine. When I saw initially
Mm.
what happened, I shook my head and I said, y'all really don't want to get reelected, do you? That is the very first thing that popped in my head. I said, well, there goes that reelection. The,
It's
the,
like,
the, the election is next year.
yeah, I'm trying.
Listen, society moves in a what have you done for me lately kind of way.
Especially now, everything is microwavable.
Thank you. And I know for some people, you may think this is a small little thing.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's not. No, it's not. Because all that they did to get that black vote,
Mm-hmm.
and we actually literally have a racial issue involving Angel Reese and Caitlin Clark. And I want to make this clear. This is not attacking Caitlin Clark. None of anything that we're saying is not attacking the young lady. Because she came on and she responded and she actually stood up for Angel Reese. So I'll give her props for that. But this is so
She
much bigger than
probably annoyed because all she want to do is ball. A
yeah.
damn damsel in distress.
Right, exactly. So you can't afford to have any distractions, especially
No,
when you
not right
did.
now.
Yeah, because everything you did to get that black vote and everybody right now is on Angel Reese's side. Why would you say that? Because let's be real, First Lady Jill. If Iowa would have won that,
Mm-mm.
you know you wouldn't have invited LSU.
No, wouldn't have been no talk, no thought, nothing.
Nothing.
Mm-mm.
So why are we doing this now? Why are we doing this now?
And it's
And
ironic because Republicans are trying to get rid of participation trophies,
they
which
got a lot.
honestly, I don't. I always thought they were dumb. If we're being
I do.
honest.
I do too, but the Republicans also got a lot of damn nerve. They elected Donald goddamn Trump in the White Office. In the White House rather. I don't want to hear about a damn participation trophy coming from that side of the coin. Yeah, whatever. Hypocrisy at its finest.
Well,
Anyway,
that's their motto.
exactly. Yeah, right. Hypocrisy. Stamped and approved by the Republicans. But anyway, Angel Reese, when she did some interviews after winning the championship, and she
Mm-hmm.
pretty much told First Lady Jill Biden, thanks, but no thanks.
She said she want to go see Michelle Obama, and I'm with her because they're gonna have better food.
That's facts. That's facts. I mean, come on, man. Come on. Do we even got to discuss the food? Nah, we ain't got to do that. Nah, we ain't got to do that. But yeah, so I am very happy for Angel Reese. Shout out to the LSU Tigers. They played phenomenal. Shout out also to the UConn men's basketball program, the Huskies. They won their
Mm-hmm.
championship. Who did they even play? I didn't even watch the game. I'm sorry. I didn't watch the game. Exactly. Because like the final four teams for the men's, it was just like a crapshoot.
Look, once the big people started getting put out at the beginning, I was like, well,
Yeah.
see y'all
That's
next
lit.
year.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, so we're gonna keep this going. We got some other stuff to discuss. I didn't want to talk about this, but we're gonna have to talk about it anyway. The biggest grand opening, grand closing I've ever seen with
Oh
a
Lord.
with an actor in
Mm,
recent memory, Jonathan Majors.
mm, mm, mm,
Sean, I'm gonna let you
mm.
start this off because
I'm distraught.
yeah, I understand. I understand. When you first heard this news, what was your initial reaction?
Hold on, I don't know if I can say that on the
Uh oh, ooh wee, ooh wee. Tread lightly, sis. Tread lightly.
You got to be careful of the company you keep. That's
Mm.
how I will word it. That was my first initial thought. That was a lesson that my mama taught me and my brother from probably birth. You got to be careful of the company you keep. And they ain't learned this lesson yet. They got to keep learning it over and 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 over again.
Mm.
And here we are.
Disappointment was not even close to what the term was for me.
I just seen this man in 2 blockbusters this year.
Back to back. Back to back.
2
Yeah.
blockbusters. We ain't talking
Yeah.
about no penny ante indie film. We talking about Marvel, where you set up to be the next Thanos. We talking about
Yes.
4
Yeah.
or 5 movies lined up.
Mm.
You in Creed, which is becoming a legacy of its own, which is a break off of Rocky. Like this universe, these universes. Nigga, walk away.
Mm-hmm. Sean, do you know I have not seen? Okay, I have not seen Creed nor Ant-Man. As a matter of fact, I have not seen a single movie or program that Jonathan Majors is in.
Oh, you losing because
Oh,
Lovecraft Country
I
is
know.
amazing.
I know. That's all I've heard. I don't have HBO
I
Max.
heard
So.
that other one. He was in another like a cowboy movie or something that I heard was
Yeah, I
really
believe
good.
it was the movie with Delroy Lindo in them. What was it?
I don't know what it's called. My mama,
The
is it The
Five
Harder
Bloods,
They
something like that.
Fall?
I'm not sure.
I think Five Bloods is that Chadwick Boseman movie. I think
What?
it's The Harder They Fall.
Oh, yes, The Harder They Fall.
Like
yeah. You're right. It's The Harder They Fall. Yep. Haven't seen that either. I'm so behind on movies, it's ridiculous. But that's all another discussion for another day. I'm super behind. This man. Okay, let me explain something to you.
Fucked up the church's money. Another saying that I got from my mama.
Hello. Let me tell y'all something, y'all. Marvel don't just pick anybody.
No.
They don't just pick anybody.
Roles that big and that expansive.
Yes, because think about what we're talking about.
Making. That was a choice. They was setting this man up to.
Yeah. He literally had the keys to the kingdom on different. I was gonna say on multiple fronts. Mm-hmm. And then what came down?
You know who he finna be like? He finna be Nate Parker.
They're already comparing him to Nate.
Remember how big Nate Parker was?
They got him out. Man.
Oh, and what do they have in common? Okay.
You want to say, you don't want to say it, do you?
I ain't trying to get us canceled before we get started.
Y'all know what we trying to say. Y'all know what we trying to say. This is really bad. We want to make something clear. Again, we have to always put a disclaimer out. No, we do not support DV of any kind. We want to make this clear. I know we're shooting the breeze talking about his career, but we want to take it, we want to make it a serious note. We do not support that of any kind. Not on this podcast and not in life, period. Okay. So we don't want to make light of what was brought out, what was alleged. We don't want to make light of that. Okay. Now that we got that out the way we got that clear. Why
That's not the most egregious though. The most egregious is that he got dumbass lawyers.
Thank you. That's exactly what I was about to get at. Thank you for bringing that up.
What am I paying you for if you just made me look worse? Like it was already bad, but at least there was like some anonymity, some questions, some we don't know isms up in there. But
yeah. How on earth? I just need to ask one question. If you a celebrity, how do y'all keep getting these dumbass lawyers? I just need to know. Alex Jones, I thought Alex Jones is lawyers.
Lawyer. Because I know I could do a better job and I'd be much cheaper.
Right. I thought Alex Jones had dumb lawyers.
Oh, they was pretty bad.
They was real.
they was pretty bad.
They really
Black China.
Oh my God. I forgot about Black China. I forgot about that. But this one takes the cake.
Yeah, this one, yeah.
Here's why this one takes the cake out of everybody we just named. Remember, he hasn't even been officially charged yet. As a lawyer, your job is
might not
have until he sends out those text messages. Remember, lawyers are to advise you not to send out stuff like that. Who on earth called for that? Who?
I want to know what was the game plan. Like when you're brainstorming, you're like, what do we need to do to like help in the eyes of public opinion?
Yes.
Who says, let's put out the text messages where she's admitting to being physically beaten until she like passed out, or I don't even remember what they said, so I don't want to put it out, but whatever it was, there was harm being done. We wouldn't have had no clue of the specifics had it not been for those meddling kids and their pet
names. Right. None of those text messages made Jonathan Majors look good, even in a little bit. Because you know what it screamed to me? It screamed, blink your eyes twice if you are in trouble.
Yeah.
She literally admitted that he abused her. and then the cover-up was, well, just say that, you know, I wasn't as abused as I thought I was. You were still abused, ma'am. What?
It's not funny.
It's not funny. It's not funny. Yes, it's
that. But what?
Yes. That's literally what happened in the text messages. And as soon as I got done reading, I said 3 words. This nigga's dead. He's dead. Out of here. Out of here.
Yeah, because even if we could find a way to muster up to forgive him, them white people done.
Let me tell y'all something. It's a different type of energy when we cancel you. Okay? Versus when they cancel you. It's a little different.
Like where Nate Parker work at right now?
Ooh, shoot.
Where he at?
Man, Kmart.
No, because they closed too.
I don't know. This is Sean. You don't, like you said at the very beginning.
This worse than Tory Lanez when he threw away his quarantine summer.
Way worse.
We thought that was an L. This is like of epic Marvel.
Yeah, man.
I will take a back roll. Like, let me be what's his name? The guy from Doctor Strange that just be popping up.
Oh, you talking about I know you talking about. Role. You talking about yeah. I know you talking about.
Let me pop in. That check got to be amazing. But
yes.
You're talking about you are like the main villain for the universes.
Yeah.
You gonna be in this movie and the probably Avengers or who? It's like you threw all of that away because
of a text message.
You was trying to hide a text message. First, nigga, leave her. What do you mean? Yeah, I'm sure you got millions and all kinds of people in your phone now. Like,
come on, man. You know how many
everybody was lusting over you. Like,
yes,
she ain't acting right. No,
right, fam. His DMs was probably crazy every day.
And I wouldn't blame you if y'all ain't married, y'all ain't got no kids. Do you?
Yeah.
Just leave.
But no, I'm not gonna leave. I'm gonna do what I do. What I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You could have just walked away, sir. You know, I want us to understand something very important. When there is a bag involved, it is okay to just walk away. And I know a lot of celebrities have egos. Okay, a lot of celebrities have egos. Listen, you see how they did Will Smith, right? This man had 35 years, literally like he was pretty
Pristine.
much, yeah,
Pristine.
literally.
They forgot he was black. Will Smith was what OJ wanted to be.
In a nutshell.
Forgot he was black.
Yeah. If on a scale of 1 to 10 of how beloved Will Smith was before that incident,
let that man watch their babies.
Yeah, that nigga was a 13 on a scale from 1 to 10. He was probably the most beloved person probably out there. And then that happened, and you see how quickly everybody turned on him.
And he slapped a nigga.
Right, right. I mean, to the point where we was like, Cuz kind of deserved that a little bit. And
he definitely deserved it, and he's proven daily that he deserved it.
And yeah, exactly. I did not watch the comedy special, so I can't really tell you. Yes, well, that's what I heard. I heard the same thing. But it's like you see how they do us. Mm-hmm. So unfortunately, because of who we are, we have to tread lightly. You just have to know when to say no. That's why
gotta know when to hold them, know when to fold them, know when to walk away, and is it run or hide? Probably both. Do both of them.
Not sure.
Do both of them.
Do both of them if you can manage. Do both of them. But this was bad, man. I was like, oh my God, like,
yeah,
this was bad. And I hope that, he does everything to remedy the situation. I don't see it because I just think it's
always an asterisk permanently. No matter, even if he get to come back, it's an asterisk. And every interview he does in the foreseeable future is gonna ask.
Right. Now, one thing I did want to kind of discuss for a minute is, and we got it all out the way, but I did have kind of an issue, and I'm learning to do this more. So I'm trying to go back to how it was before social media. The one thing I didn't like now that we know everything is out in the open, but boy, when that news came out, the reaction that was what it was initially was guilt automatically. And I think that people was, saying like, hey, I want to wait till everything, is out on the table before I make a judgment. And some people actually had a problem with that.
Well, because it's this whole like, you should believe women. Okay. And my issue with that is women lie too. And in instances like this, women lie. Like we've seen, it's been proven. There have been like sports players who have been accused of doing things and have gone to jail only to come out and be like, oh, that wasn't the case. Like I don't think you should believe nobody. I think you should just, if you don't know nothing, you should say, I don't know, and I'm going to reserve judgment until I have facts. I think that that's fair.
Yeah. We're all adults. Yeah.
Either side.
Right. We're all adults. Like if I feel like I want to reserve judgment of a situation before I get all of the facts, then I should be well within my right. But beside the point,
I mean, it's better to do that, or otherwise you end up like Keith Olbermann calling people fucking idiots and then coming back talking about, well, I didn't really know because I didn't really know about this thing. Like, then why are you talking about it if you ain't know?
Right. It's so much misinformation out here. It's so many people trying to get the first story, you know what I'm saying, first, just to have the story out versus the actual facts of the story before it even actually forms. So for me, I'd rather reserve judgment. And it don't have to be because, oh, you like this person. Nigga, I've never watched anything with Jonathan Majors in it. What? I don't have no stake in Jonathan Majors' career. Like, I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But you still, but like I should be well within my right to reserve judgment if I want to. And you're not gonna tell me otherwise. I'm not gonna let some idiot on Twitter tell me, oh, well, you support DV victims if like who are you? You somebody I see for 2 seconds and then I scroll past. Like I don't have to live vicariously through you. I don't care about you. Sorry. What you gonna do? What you gonna do? Block me? Oh, that's gonna do major damage to my life. Like, nigga, get out of here. Anyway, so I just wanted to kind of, bring that up too. Like, I need y'all to really, really look and observe first before passing judgment. And we see what happened. He's done. The nigga's done. It is what it is. Sorry. All right, Sean. Now, last podcast, I said I was not going to watch these two 90s groups. Excuse me, duke it out for who was the better group supremacy, because I already have my pick. But boy, it wasn't messy in these past 2.5 weeks. Look, I already have trust issues.
Oh, Lord.
I already don't be believing people when they tell me stuff. But I just need to ask the Sisters of Escape one very important question. How didn't you know? That's your sister and you are in a group with your sister.
Well, how she know she stole her money?
How did you not know?
So this is how. First of all,
I need a breakdown because I'm confused.
Whatever entity it was that sent them the checks, none of the group members even knew about it. Tiny's mama found out that they could add their songs or that they were supposed to be getting money from their songs from this particular place. So she signed all the girls up. And then she told them, like, when she seen them, like, hey, have you been getting your checks? Because I signed y'all up for this. So y'all should be getting these checks. So they didn't know nothing about it until either they got a check or they saw her. So Tamika's checks never went to her house. Somehow they have made a way for her checks to go to Tasha's house. And Tasha's husband and Tasha signed the check and deposited it into their accounts. So then Tamika ran into Tiny Mama. She said, hey, baby, you been getting your checks? She said, what checks? She said, oh, from this, blah, 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 this, that, and the third. She looks into it and she finds out that, yeah, she been getting the checks, but that her sister been cashing them. And the only way for her to get any retribution or get the money back was she would have had to file charges. And obviously her sister would end up going to jail. So she chose not to put her sister in jail. But let me tell you about me. Okay? You steal $30,000 from me. You going to jail, baby.
Right.
I need my money back. And then the mama was like, well, you didn't know what she was going through. You know what? $30,000? I don't care how wealthy you are. $30,000 is not nothing for nobody to be stealing from you. You're going to jail. You gotta go to jail.
Especially when it's money that you own. That's your money. Like what? Like there's nothing to talk about.
You didn't care about stealing from me, so I don't care about sending your ass to jail. You gotta go because I need my money.
When I seen all of this play out, I was very disturbed because I don't believe family issues like that should be played out in public. It's just like Romeo and Master P. Like none of that should have ever happened. Yeah. None of that should have ever happened. Like y'all need to sit down and have a conversation. I didn't need to see all of that. And I think
the internet ain't doing nothing but using it for fodder. They just getting entertainment. Exactly. They don't care if your family being ruined or not.
Right. I didn't like that. I did not like that whatsoever. And I know people was looking at P different after the incident, and I was just like, I don't like to see that kind of stuff with like families play out. You know what I'm saying? Same thing in this instance. I don't like to see this play out. And then you got so many other people involved and commenting and carrying on. Like it's all nonsense. I hope they clean this up. Listen, I'm not the biggest Escape fan. I never have been. Okay. I'm just being honest. I'm being real. I've said this when they did their versus battle. I've never been a big Escape fan. I got into a little argument with some people on Twitter.
Oh Lord.
Because I said Escape in the 90s was in 6th place as far as girl groups. And I got, I got into some trouble. But
I'm
then I
just
named
counting. So En Vogue's going before
one,
them.
one,
SWV is going before
two,
them. You said 90s. Does Destiny Child count?
3.
Um,
You're missing one. You're missing a big one.
who?
TLC 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
TLC 4. Who else? Who are you missing? Now, the one I had, I might have to take back. But vocally, I had Brownstone over Escape. Because there's nobody in Escape that can do anything with Nikki Gilbert. Nobody.
I mean, but not just her. Maxine could sing.
My point exactly. And everybody was like, you bugging. I'm like, no, I'm not. It's a reason why MJ signed him. MJ didn't sign just anybody. So for me, that was a 5. And then Escape. 6.
I mean, Escape is like, it's like hood R&B.
Thank you.
It's not the classical, like I'm really finna give you like vocals. It's like a little bit of vocals because the Scott sisters and even Tiny can sing, but it was designed more for Candy, who is real nasally and do more
Oh my
talking than
God.
singing. So yeah, it's more like trap R&B than true R&B.
Okay. You remember how you said Mary J can't sing?
Ugh.
Try Candy for a change.
I mean, I put them in the same basket.
That's stale Candy.
I put them both in the same
No,
basket.
no, you won't. Have you
I
listen?
do.
Uh-uh.
I do.
Candy is she is at the very, very bottom.
They both pitchy.
Nah. At least with Mary J. Blige, she could hold her pitch. Candy can't even do that. It is okay. What's
one of them sound like you're strangling a goat, and the other one sound like strangling a cow.
yeah? It is literally like swallowing black licorice. Like, are you kidding? Candy? Candy was running around here like she was David Ruffin. I'm like, ma'am,
That
nobody's coming to
high
see
note
you.
that she hit, it kills me every time. When I was like, girl, if you don't stop playing with all of us.
Thank you. Now, she was beefing with Tamar and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, first of all, Tamar will sing you under the ground, woman.
I mean, but that's Tamar's problem. It's like, girl, you got the talent, but your attitude is stank. And that's
Oh, her
why.
attitude, bless her. I know. I love
That's
Tamar, though.
why you can't
Tamar the
succeed
homie.
because vocally you killing like
Woo.
a lot of them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Tamar's killing a lot of people. But she was running around. Okay, so back to the
I
whole.
will even say vocally, she might be the best singing Braxton.
Nah.
Well,
you might. Okay, all right.
And we're talking
You got me.
range because
Yeah.
Tony is Tony, but Tony is very.
She has. Yeah. She's not. She's not.
She a legend here, but she very here.
Yeah. She's not gonna give you soprano. She gonna give you
No, she
all
ain't gonna give you too
alto.
much. Yeah.
She gonna give you all alto and some tenor. She not gonna give you soprano. Yeah, you might be right. Okay, all right, fine. That's good. I can respect that. I can respect that. But so everybody was online talking about who was the better group. I'm like, if y'all don't stop this bull, listen, don't let that versus fool y'all. Okay,
It's the verses. They not even like saying they should get these accolades based off of their talent. They saying they should be like the head based off of their followers, off of their social media presence. Like
so
even they aren't putting their music above SWV.
and they can't. Let me
No.
let me explain something to y'all. Do y'all know what Coco would do to them in a singing contest? Coco would destroy every last one of them. Even the sisters would destroy them. If we talking about straight up singing, Coco would destroy them, and it ain't even close.
Latasha done got tired. She's still on them same runs from the 90s. It's like,
Thank
girl,
them.
we need you to do something new.
Look, I respect Escape. They got a bunch of jams that I love. I told y'all, man, Who Can I Run To is one of my all-time favorite songs. I freaking love. And I
Do
said in
you
that
want
versus
to?
battle, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, I felt like, because I like Understanding, but I felt like Who Can You Run To should have closed. That's how great that song is. But against Rain, hell no. Rain washes all of them songs. Okay? All of them. Every last one of them. Somebody was trying to tell me In Vogue ain't got the range that Escape got. I said, what In Vogue are y'all
In
talking about?
Vogue who? Not
That's what,
Cindy,
y'all better quit playing with Cindy Maxine,
Holly Robinson, Pete's twin. Is it Tony or
Terry,
Terry?
Terry. That's Terry
Terry,
Ellis. Man,
Don and
Dawn,
Maxine.
man, what? Range?
Mm.
I'm like, In Vogue, and I said this a long time
Acapella?
ago. In Vogue is Female Boys to Men to me.
Yeah.
And guess what? And guess what it was with In Vogue? All of them saying lead.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no weakness there.
Mm-mm.
That's my mom. That's my mama's favorite group, by the way. I listen. My mama played Funky Divas out. Okay, she wore that album out. Okay, yes. TLC. No, we know vocally TLC can't do nothing with Escape. We know this.
No.
But Crazy Sexy Cool is an album. Let me tell y'all something. I had that tape 3 different times as a kid.
What a time to be
What
alive.
what a time. 1994. The red cover with all 3
Mm-hmm.
of them under Crazy, Sexy, and Cool. I mean, you could do old on the TLC tip too, but Crazy, Sexy, Cool as an album, I don't care what you put up in SWV's discography. Ain't nothing touching that album. Not a single song. Red Light Special, fire. Kick Your Game, fire. If I Was Your Girlfriend, fire. Switch, fire. Waterfalls is probably, I think they said Waterfalls is the biggest selling single for a group in history.
That song was everywhere. I was so
Oh my
tired of that
god!
song.
Oh my
Oh my
god!
God.
And I never used to play the left out voice, which used to really piss me off. But that song was everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Nothing Escape can do with that. Sorry. I don't listen. And the only reason why I didn't put Total, because Total will get watched by Escape. I didn't put like other groups because they'll Escape will watch them. Like, I mean, listen, I like Total songs, but come on, man. Y'all really listening to Total for vocals? No, you're not.
No.
Not Kima, Keisha, or Pam.
Or
And
Pam.
don't I'm just saying. I'm just being real.
Especially.
And don't get me wrong. We just listened to Tripping just earlier today in the car, and that is one of my favorite freaking songs in the world. I love
And
Tripping.
Kissing You.
And Kiss, oh come on.
Mm-hmm.
Raphael Sadiq needs his flowers. Do you know I've just found out that he actually wrote and produced that song? I said, what? Raphael Sadiq, that guy. But anyway, they're
That's
not doing nothing
talent.
with it. Yes, but they're not doing nothing with Escape. Sorry. But I just need people to just be real with themselves when it comes to music. Which leads me to this next topic. Shout out to my man Low Key on Twitter. Low Key UTN on Twitter. He was on his Apple Music podcast where he said, and I quote, that Lil Wayne does not have a Get Rich or Die Trying, and that Lil Wayne will get destroyed by 50 in the verses. I cannot believe I have to sit here on the Y'all Have No Idea podcast and defend Lil Wayne the way that I'm about to.
Mm.
Low key, sir. Look at me, King. Look at me, King. Look at me.
Oh wow.
50 Cent would die in a versus battle against Lil Wayne. Die.
I
Because
mean,
after,
you can only play a song one time.
thank you. How
And you
many
can't
times?
just go through the whole Get Rich or Die Trying. You can't just play that album.
No. After In the Club, 21 Questions, PIMP, and What Up Gangster. What's left? Candy
And
Shop?
them songs, depending on what Wayne play, ain't guaranteed.
That's what I'm saying. I'll give you one guarantee, and that is In the Club, because In the Club was a monster. I can't even lie. But if I don't even want to have to go through Lil Wayne's catalog. We'll be all day freaking long. Just Lil Wayne's catalog. I ain't even got to get to his features, because good God Almighty, the Lil Wayne features, nigga. Look,
his
they
biggest
did it
problem will be choosing what 20 to do.
because I don't know what you do. So if you're 50 Cent, and I hope to God you don't play Candy Shop. Lil Wayne plays Lollipop. I hate both songs, but what's the better record?
Lollipop.
By far, and it ain't even close.
But I like Lollipop. I like Lollipop. Like I like what's that Drake song?
Which one? Hotline Bling.
Yes, that is my shit.
I hate that damn song. And only because my wife and Eliza plays that song out. Oh God, I hate
Me in
that song.
January. Oh, that's me in January.
Lord.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying, Wayne got a Millie. A Millie was everywhere. Wayne got money with T-Pain. Speaking of T-Pain, he also got money and Can't Believe It. I mean, we'll be down this rabbit hole all day. He got stunned with my daddy. What the hell is 50 gonna do when Back That Ass Up come on? Seriously. Seriously. I know he said wobbly, 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 drop it like it's hot. But when that beat comes on, everybody in that freaking crowd is gonna go crazy. All the dancing that all the ladies is gonna do to that song.
Mm-hmm.
And listen, I don't even like the real version. I don't even like the explicit version. If I'm Wayne, I'm playing the edited version just so Juvenile can say taking over for the 99 and 2000. What is 50 gonna do about that? What are you gonna
That
play?
was so
Hustler?
long ago. Jesus.
I know, right? I know. And then I know 50 got What Up Gangster. I know. Wayne also got Money on My Mind. Wayne also got The
I was just
Mob.
thinking that.
Wayne got Best Rapper Alive. He got a whole bunch of stuff off of Carter 2 he can play. He got Let the Beat Build, Carter 3. I ain't even get to his mixtape stuff. And I know, and I love mixtape 50. But mixtape Wayne was a beast too. But he said, wash Wayne. And I'm like, 50
No.
ducked the T.I. fade.
He definitely did. If we being honest, he
Let's keep it a buck.
definitely did.
He ducked the T.I. fade. I don't think T.I. beats Wayne in the verses. It's close. I don't think he beats him. But if 50's not banging with T.I., what on God's green earth is he gonna do with Lil Wayne?
Nothing.
All them Wayne's, man, Wayne can be. Sean, we watched the 3 6 Mafia Bone verses.
They was fighting.
Rest in peace, Gangsta Boo, man. Love you to life. Rest in peace, but you can't tell me that verses wasn't funny.
That was a mess.
Oh, it was a hot freaking mess. But when Lil Wayne came on that stage, it was different.
Pandemonium.
It was so. I stopped and I was like, "Whoa, this is a star, right? This is a superstar." Like Lil Wayne is different. Like I'm just trying to. So I don't know what Low Key was thinking, and I know it's New York bias. I mean, Ebro was on the thing too, you know, whatever. And then Envy, because you know Envy is. I'm not gonna say that. I'm just gonna swallow my water. But anyway,
we both doing good today. We're not gonna get canceled today.
We're not gonna get canceled today. We're not gonna get canceled. Okay. All right. So we're gonna take a little pause from our topics. Sean, you have something that you want to debut, don't you?
Oh, so let me set the stage for this.
Lord Jesus.
7:50 a.m. this morning. Literally, no exaggeration. I am preparing to log into work, and my brother's calling. And mind you, my brother don't never call me, like for nothing. So I'm like, "What is this? When y'all recording?" I'm like, "We're supposed to record today." So my brother has called, and we must now add a new segment. We're gonna work this through. We're gonna get into some theme music. We're gonna make it a whole thing. I haven't worked the title. He wants it to be called My Brother's Thoughts. That's not gonna
Oh
happen.
my God.
I'm gonna come up with something. But today's topic is voting and why he feels it was a waste of his time.
Okay,
Now I
now.
must preface this with some context. So y'all don't think that my brother's a fucking moron. Okay. He is saying this because prior to what was going on, he wasn't big on voting, but we always told him that he needed to do it. So he always did it just for the fact of knowing that he should, but not necessarily knowing why he should or
Mhm.
feeling like it actually did matter. So
Okay.
today he was like, he called because he was expressing his concern that he feels like in a lot of ways Republicans and Democrats are two sides of the same coin.
Okay.
Now, I will say what I told him is that ain't necessarily not the truth. If we're going to be completely honest, it's pretty much the same, but the difference
Mhm.
is, and what I told him the difference is you got, well, white people are going to look out for white people and they're going to look out for whiteness no matter how liberal or how much they tell you they are an ally. At the end of
Mhm.
the day, it's self-preservation and they are always going to put that first.
Mhm.
Now you have the Republicans who don't want us to have shit. They don't want
Mhm.
us to have housing. They don't want us to have food. They don't want us to have money. They don't want us to live. If they had it their way, we'd still be slaves and
To keep it a
quiet as
buck.
kept. That's what they working us back toward.
Yeah.
Now
Y'all
you
go.
have
Y'all take a
the
look at Florida.
Democrats.
Yep.
Yes, you have the Democrats who are white people who are going
Mhm.
to preserve them, preserve themselves.
Mhm.
And can you still see me
I can't.
or hear me?
I can hear you. Can't see you though.
Okay, well, at least you can still hear me. Hopefully, everything works. But because they are trying to preserve themselves,
Mhm.
they will throw us a bone. They will use us and give us scraps. I hate to call it that, but scraps to help propel them to where they need to be. At least
Mhm.
they are trying to work with us in some semblance of giving us some things. With us
Right.
being the minority, it's like we don't have a choice. It sucks because it really is sometimes choosing the lesser of two evils.
Mhm.
But it's like when one of the evils don't want you to have anything at all,
Mhm.
what choice do you have? You can't be out here alone. You got to pick a side.
Right.
And so you got to at least pick the side that's trying to at least give you something. Now, I took down a few things because he was saying, well, what has Joe Biden done for us so far? So I found just a couple. This is not the whole list, so everybody don't be like, well, that's nothing. This is just a few things that I jotted down that
Mhm.
I could come up with off the top of my head.
Mhm.
We got he gave us our black female Supreme Court justice,
Mhm.
the decriminalization of marijuana, which is really huge, especially for our community.
Absolutely.
Student loan debt relief, and even though we haven't physically gotten the money yet, that ain't his fault that we haven't. That
Yeah. It
is
wasn't. Yeah. It
a
wasn't him.
matter of the laws and the processes that we have to go through to be able to
Mhm.
make it happen. He can't just write it down because stuff like that, they will find a way to strike it down. So it has to go through a process that he can't push through. I mean, I understand that everybody think the president can do everything, but even he has checks and balances.
Yeah. That. Yeah. And I hope people will learn that if you take just a simple course in high school, you know
Hmm.
that it's not all passed through the president. That's not how anything passes through
Yes.
Congress. That's not how that works. But go. Yeah. Keep going.
He had an Inflation Reduction Act,
Yep.
not to mention how quickly he stepped in for COVID-19 because who knows how many lives he saved after coming off of that idiot. And
Mm.
just the stabilization of government in general. It's like we don't go to sleep and wake up every morning wondering if the president for to blow everything up and ruin
Mhm.
our country. Like
Mhm.
it's comfort in knowing that we have some kind of um competence
Right.
in the White House. So is Joe Biden perfect? No. Are
No.
Democrats perfect? No.
No.
But do we need them? Absolutely.
Mhm.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
We need to vote. Voting does matter. If people would have voted like they were supposed to, we never would have got Trump. A lot of people
Agreed.
that died during COVID wouldn't have died. A
Mhm.
lot of the assistance that we could have gotten a lot more assistance for that. Like it definitely matters and we
Mhm.
definitely need them. But if to say that they are not the same would be disingenuous at best because there
Mhm.
are a lot of ways that they ain't shit too, but
Oh, of course. Yeah, absolutely.
we do need them.
Yes. Added to that, I would tell him it's more important to vote locally than it is to vote in the 4-year national, election, because a lot of decisions that are made in this
Oh,
country come from the local level. A lot of the laws that affect us personally in our lives comes from your city councils, your county commissioners, your secretary of states, all of those who are leading different wards in different parts of different communities. Which is why, if you notice, when the midterm elections do come, they do everything. They move heaven and earth to make sure that us, especially as blacks, are disproportionately at a disadvantage when it comes to voting, because they know if we have actual access
yeah,
to voting and to getting the right people in office on the midterm level, then that is going to turn the tide in a way that those who are Republicans don't want. So again, is important to vote. I mean, I know the presidential election is this big old spectacle
mm-hmm.
because it's pretty much it's the leader of the free world. We know that, but it's the local elections, it's the midterm elections to me that are more important because it affects us personally.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's something that also needs to be a conversation is voting on the local level. And I hate that when
And
they
that's
do.
more important sometimes than voting for president,
Yeah,
honestly, because
absolutely.
that is the reason why student loan debt is being held up because
Mm-hmm.
those people have been put into place in a lot of instances in the local elections,
Mm-hmm.
and then they go on to do those things and then they're the ones that's holding the president up.
Yeah. Look at Kentucky. Look at Kentucky. Y'all know who their attorney general is, right? I don't
Who?
even want to bring up his name because I don't want to make myself upset because I still do not like that man whatsoever. But but those are the type of people that on a state and local level that get voted in.
Hmm.
And when they make laws that affect people, like what happened with Breonna Taylor, or something that, all the craziness, oh my God, how the hell can you live in Florida right now if
No.
you're if you're down there with all the stuff that good old Ron DeSantis is doing down there? Like, these are the people that get put in office. And if you're not going out and voting, these are the kind of people that you get. And by the way, let's keep it a buck. White people vote.
Yep. All the time.
And because there are 78% of the country, you're always
Hmm.
going to have this constant fight of voting when it
Yep.
concerns us because we only make up 13%.
Yep.
The Hispanic community is smaller than that. So
And they got the nerve to be divided.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like you add those two minority groups up, it won't even come close to
Hmm.
to all the all the whites that live in this country. So we have to go out and vote
Yep.
because
Every time.
in order for us to have something,
Yep.
we gotta do something, and that's why I get so irritated. And this that has nothing to do with your brother. I'm just talking about
Yeah.
other people in general. When I
Hmm.
hear black people say, "Well, my vote doesn't matter,"
Hmm.
you saying your vote doesn't matter matters more than anything because they're expecting you to not go out and vote.
Yep, they want you to.
Thank you.
They
They want
banking
you to,
on it.
yeah, they're banking on it. So when you show that you are actually going out to vote, you know, you're showing them that I don't want this to be the way that it is. That's the only way, honestly, you're gonna dismantle all of these systems in this country to begin with. Starts with voting. You got to start weaving these
Mm-hmm.
people out. Think about it, man. Our Supreme Court justices, how old are they? Remember, they didn't for a long time didn't even have term limits. These people were in their 80s. They were dying off as Supreme
Yeah,
Court
and they just put in
judges.
Amy Coney Barrett and the little crybaby. What's his name? Kavanaugh.
Oh, yeah, Kavanaugh. You know what I'm saying? But before then, man, them judges was like in their 80s, man. They was literally dying.
Yeah, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. That
Yeah,
was the contention because everybody was saying that she should have retired when Obama was in office, and now her seat is being occupied
right,
by Amy Coney Barrett.
right. And see, and that's what happens, man. You got to start voting these people out. Man,
Yeah.
that old guard is gonna always be here if you don't take your butt and go out and vote. And I'm not saying you
Yeah, and
got
the problem is like with people, they look at the like white liberals when they're young, and it's like, oh,
mm-hmm,
they be so sprightly, but then they just become old Republicans. They just become conservatives after a
right,
while. They
right.
don't stay that way for the majority of them.
That's right. That's right. Which is why you have to get some young people in there that actually goes out and so man, come on, man. You think them old folk going out and talking to people in the neighborhood? No.
No.
That's why they have people that work under them to do that for. Man, them old
Mm-hmm.
people ain't going out there door to door talking to people. No, they not don't they have a team. But if you get somebody young that's enthusiastic, and I'm not talking about somebody young like freaking Madison Carthorne, that piece of garbage. I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about people that are enthusiastic about really looking out for the people. I don't need party boys or
Mm-hmm.
crazy women like freaking Taylor Green. I'm not talking about her or Lauren
Ugh.
Boebert. I'm not talking about them. I'm talking about people that are not crazy as all hell. People that actually genuinely care about the people.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, not everybody that gets voted in is gonna be your cup of tea. How
No.
many times on this podcast did we say no to Joe Biden?
Hell, we said no to Hillary Clinton while voting for her ass.
Yes, yes.
Because
I
I
wasn't.
definitely did.
I was not enthusiastic about voting for that woman, but
Oh,
guess what? I wasn't voting for freaking Trump.
never. And I wasn't gonna
No,
not vote either. So it's like,
right.
gotta
So
do
you
what you
got
gotta do.
right. You got to do what you got to do. So that's what I would advise him. Also, take it a step further. Do your research. Dig deep into these people. Go to them town hall meetings. When I was in Flint, I went to town hall meetings. I wasn't about to play with these people. I
Lord, you
want
was
to
up in there with
know.
Eric Mays.
Oh, Eric Mays. Eric Mays.
Listen, if you ain't from Flint and you listening to the sound of my voice, Google Eric Mays. You're welcome.
You don't even have to Google, Sean. Just go on TikTok and type in Eric Mays. Lord
You're
have
welcome.
mercy. My God in heaven, Jesus of Nazareth of
That
Jerusalem.
man is a real politician, a real councilman, like for real.
Yes. And he's one of ours, unfortunately.
You talk about a key. You think you laugh at Donald Trump?
My
Oh, Donald Trump ain't got nothing on Eric Mays. That man be drunk. He be drunk driving. Oh, it's welcome. You welcome. You welcome. You welcome. Still got his
I
job.
I knew that Eric Mays was gonna blow up. Well, Ricky Smiley, because I listen to Ricky Smiley every morning taking the kids to school. Ricky Smiley one day was talking about Eric Mays. And Jai Lion, who's the DJ, we all know Jai
Mhm.
Lion sound. Ricky Smiley loved Eric Mays so much that at the beginning, for a week straight, at the beginning of every single mix Jai Lion was doing, he had a quote or a video or audio he would play of Eric Mays cussing somebody out.
Yes.
And I just sat there like, you got to be kidding me.
Our hometown. Born
Flint.
and raised.
Born and raised. Flint, Michigan, ladies and gentlemen. It's different. It's different. Flint is different, man. It's a different type of animal. Lord have mercy. But so we'll work on some. I'll work on some theme music and get his
and I'll
thoughts.
come with a title.
Now Sean texted me this morning, and y'all can't see her face right now, unfortunately.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but it's okay. She texted me this morning, and I said, "Well, we got to get him on. We got to get him on the show if he wants to have a segment." And Sean said, "No, absolutely not, because if we trying to actually expand this podcast,
oh no, my brother is a nigga."
He has no decorum.
And I mean that with the utmost respect and love and adoration. But my brother is a nigga, and he says whatever comes to his mind. And 10 times out of 10, it is not politically correct and should never be on anybody's social media. So no, only way we could bring that nigga on is if we was on like 30-second delay, because we would need to be able to like no.
Oh man.
That would make live. No.
That would make me laugh. Honestly, I'm just gonna be completely honest.
That's like having my husband on here. Never live. Never.
Come on, man, Antoine. No. Okay. I draw. No. Okay. See, I don't know you. I don't know your brother, but
like my brother. My father, my husband, my brother, niggas. No.
Okay. I draw the line at Antoine because that's my boy. So I draw the line there. I was trying to get him on before, and it
Talk about cancel so quick, fast.
Oh man, that's
faster
funny.
Than Homer Simpson, Daddy going in that bar taking his hat off.
That's funny. But you know, I like that though. You know me, I don't care. You know, I'm here for all of it.
I care because we trying to do some things. I ain't trying to be like Jonathan Majors. I don't want to cancel myself right on the cusp.
Right. That's true. Okay. We'll okay. All right, fine. All right. Couple last things that we'll talk about. Sean, have you caught up with Bel-Air and Power Ghost at all?
I have not. I've only seen episode 1 of Bel-Air. And I am caught up on Power Ghost.
Okay. So Bel-Air is fantastic. I'm not gonna say anything. You got some catching up to do. It is a fantastic season, just like season 1.
I don't doubt it.
So you got to catch up on that one. Now, Power Ghost. Ashton, hi sir. How are you? Now, my boy Ashton hates Power. He hates the whole Power universe. He's a cinema kid, so he's a little bit more in depth. He's a little bit more in depth with it.
Power got some explaining to do, because who the hell was that man that Sax went to go see in that jail? Because that was not Reggie Noble.
Yeah. Look, let me tell you what Andrea said. Andrea was like, "What the hell is Redman? We want Redman back. Where's Redman?"
And he wasn't even light skinned. It was like light skin, dark skin, and Viv. They just they didn't even.
Because at first I was like, "Who is this man?" Yep. I didn't know that was supposed to be Method Man brother. I look again. I said, "Wait, hold up."
Yeah,
that's not Redman. That's not Reggie Noble.
No.
Who is this kid? Who's this guy?
Some random.
No, get him out of here. I don't want him on my screen. I don't want him on my screen. Get him out of here. I need Sax to be dead.
Why
by
is he
episode
not
dead? 3.
Why? How is Sax still? Not only is he not dead, but he ain't in jail or nothing. Why and how is he still kicking after the whole season of Power? And now it's just like, ugh, why?
I need to see him go
in the worst way.
I cannot wait until that moment happens.
David's gonna die before Sax, though.
I think so. Here's another thing. Okay. At the end of Tommy's season, wasn't Blanca at the end of that season?
Looking for Tommy, yes. I'm tired of her too, because she is pointless.
Yes. So if she was looking for Tommy at the end of Tommy's first season, why is she here in Ghost? Why?
They running out of storylines, Skylar.
Thank
if we're
you.
just gonna be honest.
There you go. There you go.
They finna jump the shark soon.
Yeah, there you go. Now it could be a situation where they may do a crossover, but still, why is she here? Why is she needed? Is who was Angie's sister? Paz. She's giving me Paz vibes. We didn't need Paz at all. We don't need Blanca either. Get her out of here. Her and that annoying fake Rosie Perez voice that she got. Get her out of here. Okay. Okay. I cannot wait, and these are all spoiler alerts, everybody. If you haven't seen Ghost Power, sorry for you. I can't wait until Lorenzo dies. Oh, lovely day, like my man Bill Weathers said. I can't wait. I can't. When Monet finds out that this nigga done shot and killed Zeke, he's dead. He's dead. But she's also gonna be pissed off at that son of hers, Kane, too.
For knowing and not telling her, because you know she's gonna find that out too.
Yeah. And
it wouldn't be TV if she didn't.
And he might be in more trouble than freaking Lorenzo. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Okay. Is it me? Or is Effie starting to be more annoying as the episodes continue on? I don't like Effie. I used to like Effie.
And I'm being honest, the cast as a whole, I'm over it. I didn't need this show in general. And at first it was kind of good. But now it's just like, how many times y'all gonna escape the law? How many ways y'all gonna find a way to sell drugs and not get caught or not get killed? Just go and bring Ghost back because he ain't dead. Go and bring him back.
You still holding on to hope that Ghost is alive.
Listen, the vindication that I am going to feel when this is all said and done, and that nigga walks back on the screen. Just look, it's gonna be almost as good as us knowing Donald Trump got arrested.
Just to confront Tariq.
He coming back. He ain't dead. Why don't you show us his body? They showed us everybody else's dead body. We saw him get shot, and that's it.
Oh, that is a choice. And Tommy holding him. Tommy holding him at the end.
That is a choice.
I don't know, man. I'm so sick of Tariq. I'm so tired. I'm tired of all. I don't think is there any character that has a likable quality on that entire show.
The little white boy, he's still all right. He don't annoy me that much. Yeah.
Braden, no, he's an innocent bystander in all of this, and can't keep dragging him into stuff. But yeah, I don't like Tate. I definitely don't like Sax. I guess Davis is alright. Davis is alright with me, and I like Diana too. Even though
Davis gonna end up dead like Proctor.
Yeah, he gonna end up dead. I like Diana. I do like Diana. I mean, Drew keep getting his head beat in every single time I see him. He get to a fight. That nigga don't know how to fight worth nothing.
He need to just go be in love somewhere and leave the drug game alone.
Yeah, because he ain't ready for it, and he know he ain't ready for it, and he be getting so mad with, "Oh, Kane's the heir apparent." Yeah, nigga, because you always getting your tail beat, always. So I'm interested to see what's gonna happen for the rest of this season. I don't know. I'm like you. I'm kind of just like, you know what I'm saying, but whatever. But yeah, but oh, Sean, dang, I wish I could see your face right now. And this is gonna be the last thing. God dang it. What happened? Did it just go out?
It's just frozen, and I don't know how. I don't want to like mess it up and then lose the connection altogether. But like, it's just frozen.
Oh man, because I wanted the last topic to be for you because You sent me a text this afternoon, and I had no idea what was going on
Oh, well,
when you sent it to
we
me.
can pause it and we can take some time to look it up more, so that way at least we'll know like all
Okay.
the people.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good. If y'all don't know what we talking about, and I only know of one person. I don't know about the rest of them. But the was it the founder of Cash App is dead now. Um, God rest his soul. I guess he was in San Francisco, and early this morning he was fatally stabbed to death. That's the only thing I read on. I didn't read about anybody else, but I just know about that one because you sent it to me, and I went and looked it up, and I was like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
But that's all we know. We don't know anything else. But yeah, we'll probably see more as the story progresses. But yeah, that's gonna wrap this episode up. We're still working some kinks out. Obviously, because y'all see the black screen at the bottom, me on top, and I don't like that. We gonna figure this all out one way or another. Now we gotta add segments in. Shout out to your brother. It's cool. But we still working the kinks out, y'all. We're still working the kinks out. But episode 30, no, 31. Jesus Christ, we're way past 31. Episode 91 is in the books. So Sean, unless you have something else you want
Of
to say
course
to the
I do.
people, I'm so glad that your screen is black right now. God bless.
That's okay. We'll be back. So as always, God loves the Pittsburgh Steelers, and you should too.
Just not today because her screen went black.
No, every day,
So
all day.
so you're not able to actually see the love that God possesses for the Pittsburgh Steelers. He showed loves the Detroit Pistons, even though they have
That's
the
all right.
worst
We'll be
record in
back.
basketball. But it's all good. I can't say God loves the Detroit Pistons, but they suck. They have the worst record in basketball, but I'm gonna still rep them until the cows come home. But y'all hit us up, man. Y'all see the YouTube feed. We'll push it out. Spotify, Anchor, Apple, and all other podcast platforms, Stitcher, Audio Mac. Holla at us on all podcast platforms. Until next time, peace.